All right, so I have a question, and I'm not trying to be controversial. But why do African women treat African American women so bad? Like it's automatic attitude.
I prefer not to get married to an American woman is because most American women are wired for divorce. Many of them come into your life just to divorce you.
African women versus African American women.
I'm glad to have you, amazing viewer. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate your love and support for my content. If you're passing by for the first time, remember subscribing to the channel. And if you're coming back to watch my video, you are the real one. I appreciate your love and support. And thank you for all the feedbacks that you guys are sending to me. So I just want to remind you that whatever I'm posting here, it's not my own invention. Guys, it's not me speaking there. So these are different thoughts that I'm gathering from TikTok, from people's perspective on different things. So right now we'll be looking at this conflict between African American women and African born, so I saw also it fit to also mix it with some of these men who are African American, who I've seen some men who are preferring those born in the Caribbean, over those who are Black American, born in America, simply because of the perspective of marriage. So as somebody who was born in Africa, it was interacted with so many people from Africa, so I know how the culture is diverse, but I will be speaking about that at the end of the video. So stay tuned so that you get a bit of light on this. Yeah, I'm so excited to share this with you guys. Let's clear some fallacies here, some errors, Yeah, continue on. I appreciate it. Don't forget to leave your thoughts. If anything pops in your mind, kindly don't hesitate to leave me your thoughts in the comment section. I appreciate it.
All right, so I have a question, and I'm not trying to be controversial. But why do African women treat African American women so bad? Like it's automatic attitude. Like I've experienced that a lot growing up. And I used to ask my mom, like, why are they like that towards us? And it's because I'm African American. I went to the African market. I was getting some meat or whatever. I was getting some tripe and some goat meat cut up. And I didn't know that you had to grab a ticket in order, the process, basically. And I promise, those ladies let me sit there for like 15 minutes talking in their language, rolling their eyes at me, all kinds of stuff, without even telling me, hey, ma'am, you need to grab a ticket or whatever. I ended up talking to a guy, and I was like, oh, what did you get your tripe cut? Like, what size did you get it? And he was like, oh, this is a medium. Do you know you're supposed to grab a ticket? And I was like, no. And, he helped me out or whatever. But these ladies was just rolling their eyes and had an attitude the whole time. I found that to be like very mean, but I've experienced that. Like going to my Nigerian restaurants, they would give me I asked for egusi with beef. They would give me the fat from the beef, not the actual meat. I mean, I'm talking about excessive fat. And I'm like, ma'am, I asked you for meat. But anyways, and they feel like that I don't know the difference or something. I don't know. So, but I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about because I grew up in that culture. I've experienced the most love from Senegalese women. Oh my gosh, they treat me like a sister. But not Nigerian women, no. No, Nigerian women. Let me just make that clear. But most of them are very mean to us. Stop being mean. Please.
So, hey humans, and this is to the Black humans. Born African and born in American Black humans. White humans, you can listen. Black coons, keep it pushing. So I just want to know, what's the issue between born African women and African American women? What is the issue? Why are we still mad at each other? Why do we still have an issue with each other? Why are we still mugging each other and treating each other like we're below one or the other? Y'all know they did that on purpose to brainwash us, to make us think that we supposed to have an issue with each other, to make us think that we're more superior over them or they're more superior over us. It's not true. None of it is. You feel me? We want to be from the motherland. It was not by choice, but we was born here, okay? We just have adapted and learned because it's been centuries, which y'all wanted us to do. And African American women, they're not stupid just because they don't speak English. That is the dumbest thing I ever seen. That's the dumbest logic I ever heard, to think that people who speak multiple different languages is dumb. And born African women, African American women are not stupid. We are adjusted to a society that you are working hard to adjust to too. Be careful. They'll get you too. I think as a part of citizenship, they should tell you what's really going on, the history of this country. Because they got everybody coming in this country thinking black Americans is lazy thugs, gangsters, they'll rob you, they'll do this and that, and that's just far from the truth. We have our bad seeds. African-born African people, don't y'all? Don't y'all have bad seeds? People who rob, steal, kill, do horrible things? Yeah, we all have those seeds in every community, every race, every place you are born. So why is black and Americans getting highlighted like HD? We have to figure out unity. We don't have to be friends, but we got to respect each other, give each other a smile. This is to African-born women and African-American women, but it really is to everybody. Man or woman born African, man or woman born African-American, born in America, black-wise. We have got to pull it together. And no, this is not exclusion in any other race. We just have the most issues because they really did a number on us. They really did a number on us, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting because I want to give every woman and man a smile and a polite smile and be nice and kind to everybody, but I intentionally want to be kind to people who share a color in their melanin in their skin, because I know how hard it is for us. I know how different it can be for us. We are against the fight that is going to take all of us. We are against a system that's going to take all of us. So therefore, I don't think you're dumb. I don't think you're below me. I think you are a blueprint of what we wish we could have been if they didn't come and get us. But also, y'all are over here with us as well. Let us help you. Let us guide you through this. Let us tell you when they are doing too much. Because a language barrier can be a barrier. But I know for a fact it don't make you stupid to know multiple languages. You're using a part of the brain that we don't use because we only speak one language. And it's English at that. I think that English is the dumbest language alive. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. But I just had to get this off my chest because I work with African women a lot, and it seems like they always have an issue before they cool. And I'm like, this ain't nothing but brainwashing. This ain't nothing but brainwashing. We are all too smart and intelligent to pick up a book or read. Or hell, Google is available now. Pick and choose what your sources are on there, okay? Don't trust everything you see on the internet, obviously. But pick and choose your sources. And get to know about America's history. Get to know about African America, how they try to put us up against each other since day one. Y'all gotta stop this. It's 2023. Knowledge is at our hands, our fingertips. Hello, the phone. Take 30 minutes out of your day to figure out who you are and where you at. Okay? And that's just that. And I ain't angry. I just want us to have better unity amongst each other, especially African born women and African American women. Teach us, and we can teach y'all too. We all can learn from each other. Any race can learn from each other. But since we're not in a perfect world where every race wants to learn from each other, can we at least get the people who can we at least be intentional with how we treat each other, knowing that they want us to go against each other. All right? And let's love and have unity. And let's try. It's hard, I get it, because there are some, trust issues and some paranoia because of what you heard and what you see. I understand that completely. I'm not stupid. I live in this world too. But at the same time, try. Trying ain't never hurt nobody.
I visited various countries in Africa, specifically East Africa. And what I can tell you is this. East African women are some of the most beautiful, most tenacious, zealous women in the world. They're on a level that African American women can only hope and pray to be on. From the way that they walk, to their elegance, to their cooperation, fit, and feminine behavior, they're next level. East African women love to wear their natural hair. They love to be very respectable to their elders, and they respect men. Fellas, do your favor and get your East African beauty.
And this is the problem that some of us have with the Black American passport bros. You can definitely have your preference without bringing down African American women. You can have your preference. East African women can definitely be your preference, but you do not need to compare them with African American women and bring down African American women or Black American women. One of the key elements or variables that most of you forget when you're making this comparison is the social cultural context, all right? These women are the way they are because of the men in their society. African American women are the way they are because of what? The men in their society. Most of you are 50-50 men. African men are raised with the mindset to be providers. And that is not the same mindset that most African American men have. Beyond provision, African men believe in lineage and continuity of the family name, and these are the reasons why they tend to get married and often would do well being the man of the house. Most of you African American men do not have that concept of extending your lineage and your family name. Again, this whole thing of East African women love to wear their natural hair. Context is key. In most African countries and cultures, the women are not directly competing with Eurocentric standards. Do not get me wrong, Eurocentric standards are global. However, women on the African continent are not directly competing with that standard, and the economic penalty is not as severe as it is in North America. Okay, so Black women in North America, I'm sure they have beautiful hair, but depending on your career, you need to look a certain way to get ahead. I have done a video extensively talking about the level of microaggression and the way Black women are penalized when they wear their natural hair at work and how that affects them economically. A simple look at the Crown research funded by Dove will provide a context for understanding why Black women in America might not be so drawn to wearing their natural hair. Finally, you talk about the element of respect and how East African women respect their elders and respect men. You need to conduct yourself in a manner that deserves respect. Do African American men carry themselves deserving of respect? That is a question for you to answer. Respect is not given, it is earned. So if you want to get respect from your women, conduct yourself as such. How many of you are sexually disciplined? How many of you are providers? How many of you have emotional intelligence? How many of you claim a pregnancy when a woman tells you that you got her pregnant and you go ahead, follow through, support her, and name the child to ensure that you are laying claims to your lineage and ensuring that your family name continues? These are the things. So before you make these comparisons, remember, African American men and women are a product of their own society, and East African women are also a reflection of their own society and how the men in those society operate and move. My name is Dr. Zita. I am a sociologist. Dear Black Passport Bros, please stop the comparison, go for your preference in peace, and stop disrespecting your own women. That is simply unattractive, and for me, as a West African woman, I would not deal with any man who disrespect his own women just to elevate me.
Be open-minded. If you hate Black American women, do not come in my comments saying that African women are the same. Why don't you take your lazy ass to Africa and try African women first? And then if you get treated the same way, hey, maybe you're right. There's also 54 countries in Africa. But I've been to number 5 now, and I can tell you the experience to be able to relate with somebody the same color, similar background as you, the experience is way more pleasant than it was in the States. And it was anywhere. Being
You take it from here. So there's a misconception about women who are Africans, who are in Africa right now. So things are different. So there's so many things that our parents endured in marriages, They could endure abusive marriages and stuff, about the man being a provider. So it's something that our men are raised with, and so many people are really holding on to that culture, and I really can't comment on that. So many people provide for their family. So many men provide for their family. And I'm talking about real men here. Real African men provide for their families, and they feel like it's their duty to do so. So many men don't really leave their family from where I come from. But when I came now to the real East Africa, like people are talking about, when I speak of a country like Kenya, things are very different. I've seen people being left alone because they gave birth to triplets. I've seen people being left alone, women who have to raise their kids on their own. So this generation, people are really running away from the responsibilities because, with the cost of living and stuff, that's the way just our society is evolving with time, things are really changing. So sometimes when I interact with Cameroonian, they're so conservative. They're so, those cultural traits that they're so conservative. They're real Africans. Cameroonians, no. You have to cook for your husband, all the meals, and the things that even in Tanzania, a man can't go to the kitchen and stuff. But when it comes to Kenya, sometimes we sit down, as I come from DRC, and we meet with women from, like in say Cameroon, and we speak of Kenya. We gossip just the way you guys, these other let me say African gossip, you Black American, we gossip Kenyans. We say, no, these people have really lost values. And sometimes it goes even to hatred. The people even hate them. They say, no, I can't. And people will stay in Kenya for years. They speak Swahili. If they come from a country where there's no Swahili, they will say, I will never learn that language because I don't want to mingle with these people. So, and they are Africans. So sometimes people don't really understand the cultural differences, and they birth conflict out of it instead of finding a way to cope and understand that it's the culture. So I don't think it's proper to choose and try to say that, compare these two women. They are born from different worlds. Africa, it's another ground. My goodness, there are things if I'm to be told right now that obey this that your parents have been telling you, like in the past, right now with the knowledge I have, I don't think I can, And some women, yes, they are so submissive like that because they do know they are right. But when they go to school, they interact with different cultures, they get to understand what a woman deserves. So, and you'll see them changing. So better a devil you know than an angel you don't know. So that would I have to conclude by saying here. But make your choice and choose wisely. I appreciate your love and support for my content. Click that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave your thoughts in the comment section as usual. I appreciate it. Goodbye for now.